Hey, it's Soul and it's Friday. Time to recap this week's news from around the world of Warcraft. First, Legion is coming out in just over 4 weeks. Think about that for a second. 1. There's been continued developments on the camera and motion sickness reports coming from players. Blizzard has finally responded to feedback but has largely looked past the complaints about the camera zoom and are focused on resolving what they've decided is the more pressing issue. Opportunities were identified where the camera makes sudden shifts in movement, such as when mounting or riding on a vehicle, which have caused the nausea. It seems more and more players have been using the action cam variable, enough that the unannounced, unpolished variable has also been causing motion sickness in some users. As a precaution, Blizzard will disable the action cam variable shortly until bugs are worked out, or at the very least, a UI can be built around it. I can't quite say I'm upset over it, even though I'm a very big fan of the action cam as well as the dynamic cam add-on I featured the other week. The action cam is a powerful, game-changing, and by default, nauseating experience. It's much less subtle than just unlocking the default zoom limit. It wasn't an advertised feature, and it's not a simple thing to slap a UI on it and complete user experience analysis on it within a month. That said, I'm going to run with a little bit more of a personal opinion. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot to you people who couldn't help yourselves. I'm not mad that the action cam got players feeling woozy, but they could have just turned it off and asked beta testers how to use it. We're out there. I mean, people made videos. I made videos. Yeah, they probably didn't see my video necessarily, but I'm sure they've seen others, no doubt. See, this is why we can't have nice things. But you know what? I'm sorry too. I didn't warn people that messing with this stuff could cause motion sickness, nausea, and all that stuff. In fact, my dynamic cam video doesn't show off any of the default settings, so your guys' initial experience with that add-on is way different than what I showed you. I guess there's a certain responsibility to hold on my part, so I apologize, and I'll try to be more thoughtful in the future. So let's move on. The Blizzcon 2016 virtual ticket is now available on the Battle.net shop. $40 is $40, but it gives you far more access to the shows, panels, and announcements than I ever have time to walk over to whenever I go. Not only will you be able to watch the content, but you'll get an opportunity to purchase a goodie bag too, all without having to worry about a half-a-kilometer line, the smells, and the overpriced food. If the virtual ticket doesn't fancy you though, tune in here and I'll give you daily recaps. You'll see me get drunk, eat chicken and waffles, or both. Probably both. We're well into Legion blog previews, and this week was the overview on professions. I didn't mention the earlier blog showcasing the wardrobe system, sorry, and I may not have said anything about this preview, but I wanted an excuse to, well, just complain, and I didn't want to wait till next week. Capping out crafted gear 850 is kind of a bummer. In the face of the many opportunities we have to gear through world quests, dungeons, and just plain luck, I don't see crafting professions to have a lot of use when it comes to making our characters stronger. My hopes and expectations lie in that cap going up as we progress further into the expansion. If not though, that's a doo-doo, man. While you check out the blog, take a chance to look at the new site design. It's looking pretty good, and I'm looking forward to seeing these updates get pushed to the WoW Armory too. Blizzard has responded and made a few changes regarding cross-realm zone functionality in role-playing realms. When the 703 patch dropped, cross-realm tech started working even in cities like Orgrimmar and Stormwind, with the unintended effect of mangling RP realms. Players within those realms were split off from one another, only to share their space with players from other realms altogether. While Blizzard is addressing this, the process hasn't seemed very clean, with multiple disconnects happening throughout all realms every few hours. This change might not be directly related to the problems, but hey, that's patches for you, I guess. As of this writing, it doesn't look like there's a Dark Horse comic this week, but on the video front, we've got a few for you to check out. The second Harbingers video is out, featuring a Khadgar that somehow looks younger than before. Don't worry, it's just the art style, but he sure looks like he needs to eat. Go check it out. Blizzard is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and in their typical fashion, they're blowing a lot of money building a 2-ton statue of one of its most iconic characters, the Lich King. And it looks amazing. The statue is located in Taiwan if you're visiting the area, but you can also see a video showing off its construction. Hopefully they'll be able to bring it over to Blizzcon this year. Finally, the last of the pre-Legion dev streams, the Demon Hunter Q&A with Jonathan LeCraft, just wrapped up. There's a good bit of fresh information that hasn't been widely discussed outside of the beta circles, such as how big glaives feel in small hands. And it was announced that the Demon Hunter class will be available on August 9th or 10th, depending on your region. So check out the VOD or look for the recap on sites like MMO Champion and Wowhead. If you're really interested in the Demon Hunter class, I strongly suggest watching the entire Q&A to get the full context of what's being communicated. Dick jokes, disconnects, and all. I know people like the TLDR version of things, but I've seen plenty of posts and conversations based on misinformation or incomplete information, and it's a lot of wasted brain power. I'm just saying, don't waste the time and effort that's been put into these videos. At least give it a watch while looking at the notes. That said, all relevant links from today are in the description below. So that's the news. Time for me to get out of here, watch me some Star Trek, and try to stay cool. It's hella hot. Like and sub and leave a comment if there's any topic you'd like me to take a closer look at. Otherwise, you have a great and safe weekend. I'm Soul. Stay breezy, guys.